So hi everyone. Today I'll be discussing the highlights of the Cybercrime Preventions Act of 2012, also known as the Republic Act 10175. This law was created to address crimes committed through the internet and the digital platform in the Philippines. There were several key events that pushed the government to create this law. First, dumami ang case ng cyber fraud at identity theft. Some Filipinos started using the internet for banking, shopping, and communication. Nagkaroon ng maraming phishing at online scam. People were losing money or some even had their identities stolen. But back then, walang sapat na batas to protect them. Second, lumalala ang kaso ng online child pornography and exploitation. Criminal were using the internet to spread illegal content and abuse children. Hirap ang authorities to track down and catch these people dahil kulang ang legal tools. Lastly, dumami rin ang incidents ng cyber defamation at hacking. When social media become more popular, marami nang nababash, na hack or nasira online, including individual business and even government website. These events made it clear, hindi na sapat ang traditional law to deal with modern cyber threats. R810175 outlines several cybercrimes such as cybersex, using a computer to perform sexual acts for money or favors, child pornography, no? Producing, sharing, or even just accessing child porn online. Next, identity theft, stealing someone's personal info to commit fraud. Next, illegal access or hacking no? Entering computer system ng walang pahintulot. Data interference, no? Damaging and deleting or altering data. Next, cyber libel. Paninira sa ibang tao using digital platform. Ang mga parusa ay pwedeng 6 to 20 years of imprisonment depending on the crime. May fines din na pwedeng umabot ng 1 million na mas mabigat ang parusa kung minor public officials or critical infrastructure ang involved. We'll talk about the advantages first. It gives legal protections from cybercrime and online abuse. It recognizes crimes and old laws didn't cover. It empowers authorities to investigate and go after cyber criminals. So let's talk about the disadvantages. Some provisions like cyber libel and VOG and can be abused. Posibleng makaapekto sa freedom of expression. Enforcement is still weak, lalo na sa mga rural areas. The law doesn't fully address new threats like deepfakes, AI abuse, or crypto scams. No? Ang AI ngayon, no, marami na yung mga naloloko, lalo na yung mga yung mas mga nakakatanda sa atin, no? Like yung ginagawa ng mga trolls ngayon na gumagawa sila ng AI na image like yung katulad ng kay Duterte na halimbawa gawa daw sa lata, ganito ganyan, no? And that way, no, naluloko nila yung mga tao, kaya ang AI is not good, no? Lagi para sa atin. Yes, definitely the law was passed back in 2012. And since then, sobrang dami ng nabago sa technology. We can now cybercrimes like ransomwares, AI-generated descriptions, deepfake scams, and crypto fraud. Hindi ito masyadong malinaw sa batas ngayon. Plus, kailangan din natin ng mas malakas na digital forensics at international corporations. Thus, the law can help protect Filipinos better habang pinangangalagaan din ang digital rights like privacy and free speech. And that's my discussion on the Cybercrime Preventions Act. It is a crucial law, no? Pero tulad na ibang batas, dapat update ito sa panahon ngayon, no? So, thanks for watching and let's stay safe online.